Okay, this is the Confiscation haunting. It's the Ingersoll haunting that you get if you sacrificed Bennington.
Ingersoll General Stores must live on. Someone's
That's
fighting
how
for
you
a
start
cause.
it, is by interacting with the
Nathaniel
signs.
Sather didn't seem the type. The store does, though. Shall we?
Oh, my good sir. Welcome. How can I help you?
Good day to you. I see you've dropped your prices.
Mr. McCraith? Just the man.
Oh?
I'm in trouble, and I need a banisher.
What's the trouble?
What seems to be the trouble?
I'm sure this sounds silly, but I am an educated man, sir, and when I say this shop is haunted, I say it in all seriousness. We've had unexplained pilfering, though that has stopped since the widow Ingersoll ran away with the cash box. But I hear noises. I'm alone here now, you see. After the horrors this fort endured, could one of these monstrosities be hiding away in the store?
Right. That's a lot. Let me ask a few questions. See if we can sort this out.
Of course. Beg pardon.
Whose ghost do you think it is?
Whose ghost haunts you, do you think? Any enemies? Lost loved ones, perhaps?
I'm well liked, and I've no enemies here. Not since Bathsheba took the cash box and fled. But I'd hardly call her an enemy.
Bathsheba. The eponymous Mrs. Ingersoll, I believe.
The widow Ingersoll, up to split her hair. We've had someone thieving our merchandise. The ghost is the final straw.
You mentioned pilfering.
You mentioned a problem with pilfering. What's that about?
Bathsheba noticed it first. Cases would go missing. Oil, sugar of all things, spoons.
Do you have a suspect? Any idea where the stolen goods might be?
Not a one, sir, not a one. And if I'm to be honest, I don't care. If they've stolen it, it's because they need it, apart from the sugar. And apart from the spoons, no one needs that many spoons. Bathsheba said she'd look into it, and I was happy to let her.
About Bathsheba.
You say the widow took her own cash box and fled. Why would she do that?
A moment of madness, sir. Or so I can only surmise.
Did you see her go?
I did. And not just that, I heard a commotion. As if her quarters were being ransacked. I confronted the thief, but it was she herself. She yelled at me, shoved me aside and fled. I picked myself up and went to follow, but she was gone.
I should have a look in her quarters, so... To solve your haunting, I must investigate the store. Bathsheba's lodgings too. I'd like to do so with your permission. May I have it?
For the store, of course. For Bathsheba's lodgings. Well, not for me to say. Do what you have to do, and if she finds out, it won't be from me.
Okay.
Is it just me, or...?
I felt it too.
Sather's letter to Thomas.
This Thomas must be a good friend indeed. Nathaniel is desperate to see him.
Note from Nathaniel Sather's notebook. Cash is by the foundry. I expect payment by the end of the day.
It's signed NS, as in Nathaniel.
From whom does he expect a payment, and why?
I think I got everything upstairs.
What a mess. Bathsheba
Need a key
left
for
in a
this one.
hurry.
Anyone home? I'm Red McCraith, the Banisher. Show yourself.
I think we're alone.
Who does Duchess Muck think she is? Taking my wares, taking my business, taking my dignity. To hell with her. To hell with Helen Priest. I'll leg it to Boston before I let her take what's mine.
Helen Priest's letter to Bathsheba Ingersoll. Basically, she's taking all her stuff for the fort.
When Helen threatened to take her business, the widow ran away.
I don't know, I can see both sides.
It happens.
It's a store ledger.
The takings are thin indeed. Wouldn't make me want to stay. We found all we could. Might be time to go after our thief.
Mrs. Ingersoll took a car. Maybe you could follow her tracks.
Not a bad idea, mister.
Mr. McCraith, may I help you?
I don't remember the letter upstairs about
We must talk about the widow's accounts.
cash.
They're
I
meager
wonder if I
enough.
can talk to him about it.
You surprise me, sir. And by that I mean you do not surprise me in the least. If the coffer was full, I'd be halfway to Boston by now.
Is that why you're selling your stock cheap?
Everything must go, sir. Or I'll not carry this junk back to Boston and the coin will pay my way.
Bathsheba kept the money she owes you. And now you're stuck here. Boston no more than a memory.
That's it, exactly. Now you understand the urgency.
Guess they're not going to let me ask about
Right,
it. At
I'll
least
be
not
off.
now.
If I've news of your ghost, you'll hear it.
I'd sooner have news of Mrs. Ingersoll, if you can find her.
Okay, so her cart tracks are here.
Cart tracks. That way.
And don't worry, I'm not going to run this one. I will take this though. Okay, we are headed to
Do you think perhaps the late
southwest
Mr. Ingersoll may haunt his old store?
Back to save his wife?
over by the
and
old
with it
trading
his
route
store?
shelter.
Perhaps.
Is where we're going.
I doubt it.
So wait.
The tracks continue this
right.
way.
You can occasionally see a track now and again.
Bathsheba must have had motivation to flee in snow like this.
Or desperation. The tracks veer to the right.
Enough! Reinforcements!
Watch out. Spectre possession.
Not today.
I maimed the corrupted heart. The missing cart. Abandoned. The wheel is stuck.
Inspect the box.
Empty cash box.
It's optional though. You don't
The
need
widow
to.
Ingersoll's, no doubt.
Okay, so to clear the vine, we're gonna start up here. We've got one there, one under the log, and then one behind the rock over there. bother reloading. You will make it, I swear. You're pretty generous on that one.
Years of practice.
Alright, back off running.
Novices really have no idea how many miles a Banisher runs to solve a case.
I once met Nero Fox, the infamous Banisher who solved all his cases from the comfort of his armchair.
I should have become his apprentice.
Thing is, his apprentice was the one that went into the field for him.
Okay, so at the fork in the road, she actually goes left. We're gonna go right and grab the old trading post, or I'm sorry, the old trade route shelter. And then we'll rejoin up. Because there's a shortcut from the shelter back down onto the road that if we don't grab it, we'll have to go all the way around to either come back or run all the way back to the fort. So I always think it's worth to come over here first. I always sit down just in case. Confirm it's active. Old trading route discovered. Okay, so we're gonna put the rope down. This way we can get back up here when we're done, because her tracks end slightly to the right of here. So the fork in the road is like right there. Right over there. And we just went the other way.
I think Bathsheba was injured.
Looks that way. What with the blood and torn clothing and all.
Footprints? And this, normally, I think is... I want to say it's elite. I don't remember. But if you're doing 100%, this is one of the
tracks lead into this cave. Must have been really desperate.
We're going to hearken to memory.
Imarada sentus.
Go away, beasts! Off with you! That's mine! Come back!
Eaten alive. Hope it was quick.
The wolf took a purse. We should find it.
Not today.
Think you could take on a ghost?
Never mind.
do this myself.
Not today.
Have to do this myself. Let's search the den. But with a Wingersoll, we'll never again see Boston.
Okay, her purse is back here behind the stalagmites. The ones that grow up from the ground. Alright, NEM keys. These go to the mine. New Eden Mine.
Here's the belt. The purse is with it.
Keys. With the Wingersolls, I don't doubt.
I've seen this symbol in the mines below Fort Jericho.
Why would she have keys to the mines?
Mines. You want to take a look, don't you?
Okay, so I will meet you guys in the chimney room in the mines. You can either fast travel from a shelter down to the dormitory. Let me see here. To the dormitory shelter. It's down the path from the dormitory shelter. Or you can take the elevator down. But I will meet you guys here. Okay, we are in what I call the chimney room. The dormitory fast travel spot's down that way. The elevators are right here. These are the chimneys, and then the cursed chest was up there. We're gonna go this way. When you come here during Flame in the Dark, this door is closed.
Someone's been here
It's now
already.
open. Requisition order from Helen Priest to Bathsheba Ingersoll.
Looks like Helen found Mrs. Ingersoll's stash. Oil, sugar, salt. Isn't this Nathaniel Sather's stolen merchandise?
Yes, it is.
Can't remember if there's anything else there. Oh, for goodness sake, I was right there. Okay, L1. Nice, L1.
There's a tough one. Did we miss a few? Run, Red!
Hold still.
Standing by.
So the key in the wolf den gave us this.
The ledger for Ingersoll's
The
store.
real ledger.
Same dates, but with much higher figures.
Two different ledgers, one of which was locked inside a chest. I think I understand. She stole her own merchandise and hid it in the mines. Then she hid the accounts that would expose her lie. Why would she do that?
The store and Nathaniel are all she has. She doesn't want to lose them. And Nathaniel can't leave for Boston without his money.
Contract. Now this basically says that Nathaniel sort of like signed his life away to work for the store. I shall keep my post as shop boy, now located in Boston. And this was like 4 years ago, because I think it's 1695. For whichever period of time my employer, Master Weldon Ingersoll, requires, or in his absence, for the requirement of Bathsheba. But
Nathaniel
it doesn't
broke
look like
his
an
promise and doesn't
indentured
regret it.
servant kind of thing. It looks like something else.
He
Looks
gave
like
up
just sort of
everything
like
to
a
help
kid
people, including his good word. We should go back to him.
Okay, we're gonna go back. Now, you cannot fast travel back because for whatever reason, even now, fast travel is locked in the mine. Which is odd since in the inkwell,
Words of a
it's
ghost
not
made
locked
resonate here.
underground. So, I don't know. But you have to take the elevator. So, I'll meet you guys back by the store. Because this is going to take a minute and a half or so. Probably longer.
Excuse me.
Mrs. Ingersoll. That you?
I think so, Mr. McWraith. I think so.
I don't blame you for feeling disconcerted, Mrs. Ingersoll.
I'm sorry, do I know you?
You don't. But you should. Bathsheba Ingersoll, meet Antea Duarte, the Banisher.
We found some merchandise stashed away. Oil, sugar, some, spoons. We suspect it was stolen. Is it yours?
I believe it is. Or at least it was.
Helen Priest lays claim to it, for the company.
And how does Helen Priest know about it? Because Nathaniel told her. He broke my confidence. He broke my heart. For the sake of his return to Boston and a life of ease, he'll trample the legacy of those who made him. He betrayed us.
I knew what he was up to. That is why I ran. And because I ran, I died.
What are you doing here?
You came to my store. Then you've met Nathaniel. Would you give him a message from me? Tell him he must stay. He made a promise. He must honor it.
So, you haunt Nathaniel. But he told us you stole your own cash box. Why?
Priest took my stock. All I had left was the money. I thought I'd start again somewhere else. Boston. Where it all began.
This isn't what you had in mind, eh?
I have business yet. You'll see.
We'll be off then. We'll be in touch.
Then I'll await your return. Or not.
Okay, we're going to confront Nathaniel. I just came out of that building.
May we talk, Mr. Sather?
I'd like nothing more. How can I be of service?
Bad news.
I've bad news for you. I found Bathsheba's body. The wolves got her.
Oh no. Poor widow Ingersoll. I so dearly wish she'd made it safely to Boston. Did you find the cash box?
I found something else. A note. You told Priest exactly where to find the merchandise that Mrs. Ingersoll had hidden in the mines.
That's right.
Ah. Now, I have a number of excuses, but I get the feeling you won't be interested in any of them. Nor, to be honest, am I. I did the right thing. Followed Bathsheba to her hiding place, and then I told Mrs. Priest where to find it. The stock will keep people alive. Now is no time for commerce.
You lied to your employer. Did she deserve it?
He just
Listen.
said she did.
Bathsheba no longer knew what she was doing. She lived in the past, while we live in the present, and the future comes charging towards us. She wallows in grief. to the detriment of her friends and neighbours. She wouldn't give up the goods, so I gave them up for her.
All right. It's time.
I hear you, Mr. Sather. But I'd like to hear Widow Ingersoll's thoughts on the matter too. Wouldn't you?
Dear Lord, what are you?
Worry not, Nathaniel. This is the ghost that haunts the store. Bathsheba Ingersoll.
Back to tell me one more time that you're not going to pay me?
That money is my husband's legacy, and I shall decide what's to be done with it.
Money is mine. I earned it. All those years, I stood by my promise, but you did not. You lied about the books. You cheated me.
I? A cheat? You swore to my husband on his deathbed that the store would go on. You swore an oath to a dying man, and then you broke it.
I swore to help you with your grief. To keep running the store while you mourned. But you did not mourn. Instead, you poured your heart into his business. You won't let it go. You won't let him go. I can give you no more time. I have a life to live. Your dead husband does not. You must let me go.
By renouncing his business, you bury my husband a second time. Ingersoll's name will die because of you.
It's time to end this.
Okay, we are going to ascend Bathsheba.
Bathsheba Ingersoll. By keeping his business going, you keep your husband alive. But it's time now for you to leave.
I'll not go.
Letting go seems so very difficult. So very painful. But you must, because by remaining, you only cause suffering.
But what awaits me at journey's end? Will my husband approve of the choices I've made? Have I done his business proud?
Material questions concern you no longer. Your husband's legacy is now yours. Nathaniel has inherited it. Let it go.
Yes. My accounts are settled. The books are balanced. I may go. Nathaniel, the business is yours. Take care of it.
There is nothing left for you here.
And that is confiscation.